It's your man Mel back again. Yes, I am back for a third time. I don't want to make the mistake that I made the last time. Shout out to the replay game for anybody watching this, you know, in repeat in their spare time whenever they can. Um, what am I talking about when it comes to decisions and unfinished business? What does it mean? Why should you care? Why is this an issue? Why is this a live stream? Why should you watch this? You know, a whole bunch of whys. Well, I'll answer your question. All that and more for the special low price of 9.99. Nah. Um, what I mean by decisions and unfinished businesses, you make the decision of whether or not, I'm going to keep going. I try to reevaluate each and every time whether or not I'm going to stay on YouTube, reevaluate the decisions that I got to make, because a lot of times in life we have to sit there and figure out what it is that we're going to do from one day to the next. You never know how things are going to transpire. You never know how things are going to go. You would like to have all the answers. You would like to have things figured out, but it doesn't work that way. Sometimes you really do have to just, go along and figure things out and be prepared. What's going on, Spirit? I see you in the chat. Appreciate you for coming through. Good to see you as well. That's somebody coming in real quick. Yeah, so I'm at a point where I have to make decisions about what I'm going to do with my YouTube channel. Where am I going? Why keep this thing going. I see a lot of people out there doing so much. It's a different landscape. A lot of us are getting older, a lot of us are getting disinterested. People are going to different platforms doing different things, so you have to ask yourself, if you stay, what is the reason for staying? What is the reason for being here? Do you have to shift? Do you have to pivot? Because somebody was asking me about YouTube, and they were saying, what's the big deal? Why do people care? And I said, a lot of people on here can still make money, going through social media, dealing with the platform, trying to make things happen. Because what happens is, if you have a business or a team or people that help you do videos, it's easier for you to do it. I mean, me, I'm by myself trying to do my thing. Not to say you can't do your thing by yourself. It's just that you have to really know what it is you want to do with this thing. It's more niche now. YouTube is more niche than it was back when I first started, or even before I first started in 2013, even like 2006. You could have a variety channel. You could be all over the place. You could figure it out. Nowadays, you have to have something that you want to do. You have to have something that's the hook, that's the draw. Why should people keep coming back? What is it that you're passionate about? You know, like I was telling the person I was talking to today, a lot of times we don't find ourselves in the right rooms. We don't find ourselves in the right places. We're trying to do things that are not indicative and characteristic of us, so stuff that we're not passionate about. And when people see that you're not passionate about the things that you're doing, they have a tendency to see it. It shows. So I tell anybody, if you're going to be on this platform or any other, be passionate about what you're doing. What you're trying to make happen. Because it's going to show. Don't spend your time, trying to live out somebody else's life, or trying to just do something that's trending or something that's hot for the moment. What is it that works for you? So I'm here now in this third live stream on this third Wednesday. If you see the pattern, for those people that care, is that I've been trying to stay with it and stick with it. And I have so much that I have to talk about, so many old live streams that I haven't done, so many things that need to happen, because I have topics and things like that. I even, wrote it down for this, so, I think about this stuff and I try to figure it out. And, different things that I have to inculcate and do and try to make it interested for you, the viewer, the listener, whoever it is. I think somebody just said something. So lost on my channel, I will be successful here, there, and there. Fine was worse. Well, the thing about Spirit, the thing about your channel and what you want to do what you're passionate about. I mean, don't make it about the views. Don't make it about, the likes. Don't make it about, the sharing and the bigger engagement. I'm competing with other people on this platform. Other people are going live. Other people have money. Other people have teams behind them and audiences that are 10 times, 20 times, 30 times bigger than mine. But I appreciate the people that do support me. I appreciate the people that do watch. Again, shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the people that are here now. Shout out to anybody that cares, that is still subscribed to me. I need to check you and your channels out as well. The thing is to figure out what it is that you want to do. And it's like somebody once said, a friend once said, a YouTube individual once said, Uncle Phil, that's funny. When this no longer becomes fun, that's when you don't do it. That's when you don't try to push it. I mean, I'm doing this until it doesn't make sense for me to do this anymore. That's really what it is. And as for the Uncle Phil thing, I may dye my beard. I'm thinking about dyeing my beard. Um, I'm looking a little too old out there, but it is what it is with that. Yeah. So I just got unfinished business. I got things that I want to do, that I want to make happen and whatnot. And who knows? Like I said, I may never get anything out of this whole YouTube experience, but I try to make it fun. Yeah, keep it real. There you go, Jordan. Just try to keep it real. Because for me, it has been fun. It has been exciting. I've met a lot of people from all over the world. In America, where you name it, I met somebody from every walk of life. And I look at it for, is it an experience that has, led me to a place where I've become a better person? I can grow, I can do things, I can experience stuff. Yes, I have gotten something out of this. And yes, it is still important, to have a creative outlet and an expression. I mean, because no longer when it makes, I mean, when it no longer makes sense to do this, you won't see me on this platform or maybe any other platform. But for now, I still have a lot of energy. I still have a lot of things. I still have a lot of creativity. I still have a lot of unfinished business. And unfinished business, I mean, is live streams. I have a whole bunch of live streams. That's not even counting any other shorts, any other content that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pace myself. I'm trying to do it at a time where I get rest and it makes sense to me. And I would tell you out there, if you're going to do this creatively or anything that you try to do, make sure you have the energy, the passion, the excitement about it, that you have, the wherewithal or the direction, something that you're trying to say, that you understand your audience, that you care about your audience, whether it's two people, 20,000, 2 million, 200 million, 2 billion. Make sure you care about the people that you're actually talking to. Because I was watching a documentary one time and they were saying it's not so much about what people are saying, it's about who's listening. And a lot of times we're not paying attention to who's listening, to the fact that anybody's listening. And for me, I'm just grateful that anybody comes by, that anybody gives a damn about what I'm trying to say, excuse my language or whatever. If you care, I appreciate that. I don't take that for granted because nobody has to take the time out to stop and see and hear and listen or reshare or not reshare or dislike what I'm doing. So if I'm still getting people's attention, if I still got people coming by, if I still got people shouting me out, that people that I care to go shout out, that's relevant. And for me, what I want to do is I want to get better at it, you know, regardless of how big this gets or doesn't get. I want to make sure that I'm putting out the best possible, quality content that I can. And I looked at some of my old stuff and I had to say to myself, I said, wow, I looked at some of my vlogs, I looked at some of my old videos and I said, I came a long way, I mean, I got a dope channel. I ain't got the best channel, but I had some great moments on the channel, and I'm not done, but it's about, I think where I'm at now is I'm pacing myself because I was trying to compete and keep up with people who have more resources than me, who have more time and more energy, who are younger than me. I mean, I'm not, 23 anymore. I'm not 32. I'm not, 35 or whatever. I'm in my 40s. So I have to be realistic with a full-time job, what I'm doing. And if it goes somewhere and it pops off and it does something, then kudos. If it doesn't, at least I know I put my best foot forward and I did what I had to do. And, for that much, that's really all it is. I tell people, hey, you put your best foot forward, you do what it is that you need to do. You let it work for you, you live for you, you know. Yeah, thanks, George. I appreciate that. I mean, yeah, of course, you'll compete with other people in certain contexts, but you have to be satisfied. You have to be fulfilled. Be fulfilled in what you're doing, and go from there. And I'm realistic with myself too. I don't get on here and assume that I should have thousands of viewers and millions of views and oh my God, why can't I this and why can't I that? And it's realistic. I just modestly self-efface, as the old timer told me. You look in the mirror and you're honest with yourself. And I tell people, be honest with yourself about the efforts and the things that you put forward. Don't lie to yourself. If there's things that you could do to improve, then you do it. Even if you had the greatest week, still, be honest with yourself. Look for room for improvement. And that's what I do. I look for the room for improvement, and I think even in the last 2 or 3 weeks, you know, even doing these 3 live streams, I made some headway. You can see me from the first live stream to now. I mean, I'm making some progress. I'm doing some things. And the thing is, for me, what it is to be more structured. I'm just doing a live assessment on myself. One of the things for me is I have to come on, say what I have to say. I'm not gonna have you on here for hours and hours. I say what I need to say, and then that's that. You know. So unexpectedly things happen. And then you never know when it's all gonna be over.